Oh, folks, we're on the We Were Hard podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, our returning special guest. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, what's up, guys? Broken Ronin here, and we're going to be talking about some Hunter x Hunter characters, specifically the Phantom Troupe. So I'm happy to join, talk about some characters, have a little bit of a discussion here.
Bet. Thanks again for coming on, bro. I'll have all his links, or you can find him and stuff like that in the description. Remember, go follow us, Anime Again Show on Instagram, Anime Again Show on Twitter, Anime Again Show on all podcasting platforms, wherever you listen to your podcast at. So again, we're going to have a Phantom Troupe tier list. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it and we can get it started. All right. Ooh, hold up. Hold up. All right, we got the tier. No, come on now. Come on, computer. All right, we got the whole tier list. Can you see everybody?
I can see everybody perfectly fine.
All right, bet. At the guest, you can choose the first Phantom Troupe member, and let's talk about it.
Sure. So I think a good way to start off would be with UVagan. We kind of see him a lot. I don't know how you feel about him in general, but I think he's pretty dope. He's one of the better Phantom Troupe members to me personally. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I would rank him because, I never read the manga, so we for real only get the Phantom Troupe in the York arc and stuff like that, and the big points. But I do think he's a solid first Phantom Troupe member. I'm just trying to figure. I'm kind of blind. Where is he? Hold up.
He's the last one.
Oh okay, the one my man
who Karapika packed up.
Yeah, was smoking his pack. Yeah, no, he was a badass, kind of scary. I remember him having some really, really good fights, but it wasn't nothing too crazy for real for me. But you saw anything that was stand out about him?
So let me just ask this question: are we ranking it just compared to the other Phantom Troupe members?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Phantom Troupe members. You can do some power, power scaling with them and stuff like that. But
I feel you.
Also, how much you like them.
I got you. So compared to all Hunter x Hunter characters, I don't like UVagan that much. But when we're comparing inside the Phantom Troupe, I honestly think he's either A or S, just because a lot of the Phantom Troupe is not like outside of the heavy hitters. You got obviously your Hisokas, your Crollos, which we'll get into later. Yeah. UVagan is probably one of the cooler ones to me personally. So for me, I'm giving him A when we're comparing relative to other Phantom Troupe members.
Yeah. I would agree too, because for real, he's one of the ones that we actually see fight, to be honest. So yeah, I'll say A. We can agree on that one. Oh, hold up. I forgot her name, but I remember her, and she was. You remember her name?
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but she was dope too.
She was dope. Yeah. I remember Karapika put her in a sticky ass situation back in York New.
Yeah.
But overall,
I was just about to say, yeah, I remember that, and she went out pretty cool because she was cool with dying for her team, and I thought that was pretty dope of her. Oh, it's Pakunoda. That's her name.
Okay, bet. Overall, again, the problem with the Phantom Troupe is I think they're so top heavy. Mm-hmm. And even though she went out pretty cool, even though she kind of got in a fucky, sticky type of situation, I'd probably say B to C. What about you?
Yeah, I think B's cool. I think she's one of the cooler Phantom Troupe members that we don't see all that much of. Right. But you were right. The Phantom Troupe is really kind of top heavy. You got a couple really cool people, and the rest are kind of we kind of barely see much of them.
Right. Yeah, I'll say B. Yeah, it's a little sad. Hold up, why you trying to go to A, man? Chill. All right, you got the next pick, my man.
All right. Next pick. Let's get Phaeton in here. The black-haired guy covering half of his face with his little collar thing. I think he's dope.
Dope as design.
Yeah, that one.
Dope as design.
Super dope design, and I mean, the design honestly kind of carries it for me. He just looks cool, and those types of calm, collected type characters are cool for me. And I like his Nen ability, the Pain Packer, where you do damage to him, and then he just makes this giant ass like star that he attacks you with.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
his like he only has one real fight, but I thought that was a super dope fight.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Where would you put him at?
I put him probably in B above Pakunoda. I mean, I think his design's way better than UVagan, but he just kind of falls into that trap of like barely doing anything.
Right.
He's cool when he does do something, but he's just not in the series all that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say B too. Yeah. This is sad, man. This is gonna be titled "Why the Phantom Troupe's Overrated." No.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna choose the only other character I think outside of Hisoka and Crow that really, really does anything for me. I'm gonna choose her. Mad dope design.
Okay.
You see her go head to head and gone and the when they did the wrestling match, you knew even like off that she was mad powerful. You see her make an appearance again in the Commander Ant arc. I think she really is like, maybe this could be me, like the mother of the group, maybe. Kind of keeps everybody together in a sense.
Okay.
I could be tripping about that, but that's what I think. And I think she's
I feel
overall even outside of Phantom Troupe, I still think she's a good character because I think most of them on here aren't that really good characters compared to the rest of the Hunter x Hunter world. So I would say S.
Yeah.
I'll say S.
S. Okay. I think she has a dope design. I think her abilities are cool. Personally, I'd say like I don't like her that I don't like her more than UVagan. I honestly don't even like her more than Phaeton. For me, I put her in D.
Okay.
Do you want to meet in the middle and go like
yeah,
A?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, would you like to explain why you don't like her more? Like just
So for me, right, she kind of like, okay, so this comes off as a little power scaly, whatever, but I don't care that she's weak all that much. But when her only, like, to me, the only part of her character that we get to see is her strength or whatever.
Right.
She's not that strong. Like Phaeton, I think would fade her, right? She kind of struggles against like this fodder chimera, and I'm just like, she's cool, she's dope. I like her Nen ability, but it's not like to me, it's not that like it's not she's not super cool for me personally.
Right.
It's nothing like she doesn't do anything wrong, but it's just like she just doesn't do anything right for me either.
Okay. No, I feel that. I can see you saying that. Okay, we're gonna meet in the middle. Say A.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Bet. All right, my man, you got the next pick.
All right. Let's go with Shalnark, the blondie. Not Finks, but the one right next to him.
This kid.
Yeah, him. Yeah. What do you think about him? I'm curious.
Shit. I really don't even remember. I'm gonna be so honest. I thought, do you remember enlighten me, bro? Because I forgot.
So he's the guy, he's the guy that like has like he controls people with his Nen or whatever. Like he sticks like a receiver in your neck or something like that, and he controls you. I thought his Nen ability was super cool, and his personality, like the nonchalant personality, I think was pretty funny. But he gets folded. Now, do you care about like it's kind of a minor Hunter x Hunter thing, but do you care about like a Hunter x Hunter manga thing?
No, I don't mind. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Hisoka, I won't go into the reason for why, because that's a little bit of a big deal. But basically, Hisoka folds Shalnark. he kills him. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly, he kills Shalnark. And for that, I'm like, yeah, he's all right. He's cool Nen ability, whatever. But for me, he's C. But yeah, that's it for me. He's a C tier Phantom Troupe member. Not horrible, but definitely not good.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say C too. I didn't really remember, to be honest. Like I was about to say C. Like I do remember that ability now since you spoke about it, but I would say C. I would say C too.
Bet.
Do it. So we said C. Was that your choice, right?
Yeah, that was my choice. We got Shalnark and C.
Okay, bet. I'm about to get a heavy hitter because we didn't have that much dialogue. Let's talk about Hisoka, man. How you feel about him? I want to hear, because we also are just talking about him and his time in the Phantom Troupe. So I want you to talk about that, man.
Yeah, for sure. So Hisoka for me is definitely probably the best Phantom Troupe member, like by a pretty good margin, because not only is he a good character, like while he's in the Phantom Troupe, I think his kind of like double agent thing that he has with Kurapika and the rest of the Phantom Troupe is super dope. I like that plot where it's like, you know, he's trying not to get figured out by the Phantom Troupe while still helping Kurapika for their deal. I think that was super cool. But he's also a cool character and is relevant outside of the York New City arc, right? He's obviously like very important in like the main, like the initial arc, right? The Hunter exam. He's important in Heaven's Arena. He's important in York New. He's important in basically every arc that isn't the Chimera Ant arc for the anime, right? He's a pretty big deal. And I think that he's just the coolest character. I think that in terms of strength, he's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, actually. And overall, I just like him. Like, he's a weirdo, right? He's definitely a weirdo. But he's probably the best character in the Phantom Troupe, and honestly, one of the better characters in the series. So for me, he's going SS, right? He's a step above the rest for me.
Nah, I agree. Like, because it's like I think even though I guess Crollo was a leader, I will get to him when we talk about Crollo, of course. The things against Crollo also is a lack of personality, lack of a real, I guess, drive. And Hisoka has it's about getting a good fight. And one funny scene I always think about is when Crollo lost his powers and he realized he couldn't fight. That shit was hilarious to me. I think he was always playing both sides, even his ability, which if you want to talk about that, that would be great. But I agree. SS. And it's not even really that hard for me.
For sure.
All right, man. You got the next choice. Pick them up.
All right, for the next choice, let's see. I'm gonna go with one that I think will be a very easy, like not a heavy hitter, definitely, but one that I think we'll be able to generally agree on, and that's a Kaluto. So that's Killua's sister. I don't know if you remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to write this one? Yeah, I'm not tripping, right?
No. That's different. Go over the one with the black hair next to Crollo.
Oh yeah.
I got her in D tier. She's kind of a bum.
Yeah, she was in the Phantom Troupe? Didn't even know that.
Yeah, barely. She shows up like in Chimera Ant arc. And she's super weak. We don't really get to see much of her character. I'm not much of a fan of her in general, so I'm putting her in D tier.
Yeah, I agree. D. Yeah, I thought you were about to say something else.
Nah. Yeah, there's not much to say on her. She barely shows up.
Yeah, facts. I agree. Again, I guess I'm gonna be the heavy hitter, man. We're going to talk about Crollo Lucifer, man.
Okay.
Give your take on him, man. Even as a character, because this is a character.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna. This might sound contradictory, right? But for me, Crollo is an S. But he is also probably one of Hunter x Hunter's most overrated characters. He's good. I like him, right? But a lot of people like praise him to be like better than like Meruem, better than like Killua, Gon, and all that in terms of like character or whatever. Yeah. I've never personally got that. I've never like agreed that Crollo was like this messiah type of character in terms of how good he is. He's fairly strong, but I think Hisoka in like a fair fight is probably beating him, to be honest with you. He's, like I said, it's not that I dislike him. He's S, especially compared to the Phantom Troupe. But, you know, if you wanted like my holistic opinion on him, I do think he's somewhat overrated when it comes to when like people talking about him. People like to praise him to be like the best.
I think also the look of him too. That's a big impact.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at him the same way. I was gonna say, I think if we stay inside the Phantom Troupe, I would personally go SS. Okay. I can see the S. Inside. And I was going to ask you, because I want to get some more dialogue out of this. What do you think separates him for you and Meruem as antagonists / villains?
Sure. So for Meruem, I think we just get his like ideals and his development fleshed out quite a bit more. So like for Meruem, we get to see the entire journey of like why he believes what he believes initially, right? He basically thinks that all humans are beneath him and things like that, which from a logical standpoint, it kind of makes sense. He's stronger than them. He's smarter than them. He's like superior in like almost every sense to most humans, right? But we see him kind of slowly get softened as a creature and become like literally more human as time goes on, right? We see him playing these games and kind of like realizing the sort of value that humans have, the potential they have, if you will. And I like seeing that development, whereas Crollo is a kind of a blank slate, like just for the viewers or for you, what is a personality trait you could say Crollo has? For me, I can't really name many. He's
Yeah,
stoic, I
don't think he
guess.
I don't think he does. I mean, being aesthetically charming isn't a personality trait,
For sure.
or being like cute or whatever to people. Like that's not a personality.
Yeah, exactly. And I think to some extent that's part of his character. He's supposed to be like this wandering, faceless, like aimless type of person, which is fine. I just don't think that's an interesting, like I just don't think that's nearly as interesting as like a way to write a character, as having a set sort of development, a path, a journey for them to grow, whether that be in a negative or positive sense, right? If Crollo had any sort of maybe development or change, or not even necessarily development, characterization, he just doesn't come off as like a very strong, prominent person in the series, right? He's cool, but cool factor for me can only take you so much as a character. And he's cool, but definitely not cool enough for me to override some of the things that I prefer and marry him as an antagonist.
You're right. You're right. So, I agree with you. We can go S, man. We can go S. You convinced me. I always
sure.
thought Usoka was better, but now you really paint that picture. I appreciate it. All right, S. All right, man. You got the next pick.
All righty. So for the next pick, I'm gonna go with Bona Lenov, and that's the guy that's first on here, the one with like the hole in his forehead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with another D tier. He's a bum to me. I don't really care about him.
Yeah, nah, I was about to say D. I was like, I thought
Yeah.
maybe before I say, oh, maybe he's a B. I said, nah, he's a D. I was
Yeah,
gonna
D tier for sure. He's
hard,
not cool. I don't like him. I'm gonna be honest.
hard D, hard D. Honestly, I only remember him and him.
Finks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about them then.
What do you think?
So I like both of them. I like Nobunaga more, like the swordsman guy.
Yeah, I do.
But Finks is dope. So I'll talk about Finks just because I have less to say on him first. I think Finks is a solid A. No, he's probably a solid B. I'd say Finks is a B. I like him. He's like that arrogant type of character. He has this really funny scene with Karapika where Karapika kind of like it's like he tries to make Karapika like stress under the pressure and then he gets hung up on or whatever when they're trying to negotiate. I thought that was a pretty funny scene. So he's cool. He's a B tier character. Not too much to him, but you know, definitely dope. And for Nobunaga, I have him in A. Partially because his design's cool, partially because I like swordsman type characters, and also partially I think he's one of the more fleshed out Phantom Troupe members, as we actually get to see him like show emotions when he realizes that UVagan has been killed. He's kind of one of the only Phantom Troupe members that humanizes the group. He like cries over UVagan's death. He's like, you know, the only way he could have beat him is in like an unfair type of fight, right, or whatever. And we see his interactions with Gon and Killua. I like those. So I'd say Finks for me, B, Nobunaga, A.
I was gonna say both of them B, honestly, but I don't.
Okay.
Well, I'm not tripping about it, to be honest. I was gonna say for Finks, I wish we just saw a little more. I guess that's a lot we could say about all the Phantom Troupe members for real. But I really like Finks and I like his ability and stuff. But yeah, I would say B and A is fair. B and A is fair.
Sounds good.
All right. You can choose your next character.
All right, I'll get rid of these two. I don't know the far right, like the last person's name, because I think they show up in like a movie.
Or just
so I don't. Yeah, just throw him in D tier. I don't know who he is at all. And then that other person with the gray hair, I think they're Cortopi. I don't care about him either. I don't know if you like his character. I can't really remember much about him, so that kind of speaks to me about how important his character was.
I don't remember nothing about him.
So we can go and throw him in D tier. You said you don't remember it like these three, right?
I remember this is Illumi, right?
Yeah, this is Illumi. That's Illumi.
Yeah. All right. We can talk about Illumi.
All right. What do you think about him?
I mean, do we remember? Does his story in the Phantom Troupe get fleshed out? Do they talk about it in do you remember? Will they talk about his time in the Phantom Troupe?
Illumi's in the Phantom Troupe in the manga, and that's like up to that point. I'm not very like super well versed in that. Like up to that extent in the manga, I'm not super well versed.
Right.
Outside of the Phantom Troupe, I think he's pretty cool. Which is, obviously as a Phantom Troupe pure list, that doesn't really mean much. But I think that most of his character for me is built off of like his relationship with Killua, and things like that. He's cool. He seems to be like sort of this rival-ish character to Hisoka, so that's kind of cool. But like as a member of the Phantom Troupe, he doesn't do much for me. So if we're saying like as a member of the Phantom Troupe, he's probably like honestly a C tier just because he's Illumi. And then if we're talking about outside of that, to me he's A, because I think he's a character that has relevance outside of his time as a member of the troupe.
Okay, I agree. Just because like I haven't seen that much. He's Illumi, so like I like Illumi a lot. You want to go see?
Yeah.
Hey, bet. That's cool. Bet. All right. And this is Franklin, right? Yeah.
It is Franklin.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like. I mean, he had I don't even remember what was his ability, shooting bullets through his fingers or something like that. I don't know. I don't know too much about him, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember anything. You want to go D?
I'll put him in D tier.
All right.
Now,
our last
Machi, I kind of like actually. Like, she's not one of the best members or anything, but I do think she was pretty cool. I liked her like Nen ability. She was the one who fixed Hisoka's arm after it got cut off. In the Heaven's Arena arc. Hisoka got his arm cut off for the battle, and then she fixed it. I think her ability is doper than anything, and her design's pretty cool. So I'm saying C tier for her. I think she's better than all the characters in D tier, but definitely not like a B tier Phantom Troupe member.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you, man. I really don't remember her, so I'll take your word. All right, these Hunter fans might be a little mad, man. We got a lot of D's up here. Now I gotta ask you this since we're finished.
Okay.
You think overall the Phantom Troupe's a little overrated now looking at this tier list again?
So I'd say that they are probably like, I don't see very much Phantom Troupe praise, so I hesitate to say that they're overrated. What I will say is the Phantom Troupe is not that good. Like,
okay,
if you compare them to other villain groups, right? Like you compare them to like the Akatsuki. I think the Akatsuki washed the Phantom Troupe. And the Espada washes the Phantom Troupe for me, right? They're like the Phantom Troupe has 2, maybe 3 characters that I'm like, okay, these are cool characters. The Akatsuki, the Espada, like other villain groups like that have almost all of their members are very cool for me. So, it's just completely different. So yeah, I mean, I'll say this: if the Phantom Troupe is ever put in like the same discussion as the Espada and Akatsuki in terms of quality of character, I definitely think they're overrated. But I don't see that much praise for them, so it's kind of hard to gauge. What do you think, though?
I have seen a lot of praise, and that could just be in different spaces that we just could be in. And there's gonna be somebody that hypes up anything, or whatever. But now just looking at this list and remembering how many characters like I don't remember, that's like kind of alarming. Which is like, I guess a knock or whatever, because you have something like the Akatsuki where you remember Deidara, Itachi, Obito. So many different groups have a lot of people that you'll still remember, even though the least significant ones. So yeah, we got a lot of CD, a lot of mid stuff going on, but I'm feeling good about this list. But we can get out of here, let you plug your stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see me talk about like different anime and manga, like Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man when that comes out, and several other different series, you can go and subscribe to the Broken Ronin channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Broken Ronin. Those are really the main 2 places you'll be finding me on as of right now. So you want to go chill out, see some good content, or just see me tweet some random anime bullshit, then go ahead and follow me on there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Thank you, man, for coming on. It's always a pleasure having you, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I have all his links in the description down below. You guys follow his Anime Again Show, Twitter, TikTok if I'm on there, whatever. Instagram, all podcasting platforms, and YouTube. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we are out. Peace.